I'm here. Oh, that's nice. What is going on, guys? Oh my god, my hair's a mess. How's everybody's day been? How's everybody doing? This live's not going to be too long. I want to talk to you about, obviously, filming being wrapped and just sort of continue on for the last stream, because there was a lot of talk about, you know, everything with filming and how that's affected, you know, how we're feeling on the final season, because it's obviously very bittersweet. So yeah, what's up, everybody? Jacob, TJ, Freddie Kurgan, CKW, what's going on? Mr. Skywalker, what's going on? Finn, Jim, Lisa, Philomena, what's going on? Bryce. What's going on, Jason? It's good to see some members here. Yeah, I mean, I still can't believe the show's wrapped in Atlanta. So Cobra Kai Season 6 has fully wrapped in Atlanta. Pardon me, sorry. Only wrapped up in Atlanta. And normally after they film, like, everything they need for, like, the main principal shoot, normally they do bit of pickup, and it could be, like, location shot. So they might go to LA and just do some location stuff, or they could go back to Barcelona because they were there for the Sakai Takai stuff, so it could be location stuff there. I think it really depends what they need. So it's just something very simple. So it could just be something like that. But yeah, it's surreal that the show has come this far, and we're here to celebrate that, you know? So it's like just crazy. Just surreal. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks, DJ Club. I honestly don't know why Chelsea sacked Pochettino. I think he actually had a good run of form with the guys, especially with, like, the end of the season, so should have kept that going. It's just back to square one, really. But yeah. Shimon, are you ready for the season? I'm so ready, but I feel like Cobra Kai does this every time it comes out. There's always going to be a really amazing thing about it that no one's ready for. So I'm curious what that is, and it's going to be interesting how they finalize this story. Christian, what's going on, man? Good to see you here, man. Tyrell, hoping we see Miyagi Gang, or Miyagi Fang, I think you meant, travel to Okinawa for some training scenes. I really hope they did that, because the thing is, they might have kept that under wraps with just specific characters, but maybe they haven't even gone to Okinawa. I don't know if I'll be disappointed if they don't do that, because I try not to let that get in the way of the season, but that's something I really wanted to see happen next season. But perhaps they didn't want it to feel too much about the links to the Karate Kid films, so perhaps that's why they avoided going back to Okinawa again. But I like the idea of them training with, like, chosen students as well. I'm so glad we have Cobra Kai in your life for 6 seasons. It's amazing. I'm just so glad the show's being able to finish because there's so many shows that they get roofed, and they don't get like a conclusion. And we're very lucky that we're getting that with Cobra Kai. Hey, after Cobra Kai's done filming, is there anything they have to film in season 6 Cobra Kai? I like principal photography, perhaps, and then pick up as I was saying. So that's all I can think of, really. Who do you think will have a spin-off? I still think potential with some of the young students, and I think a prequel Miyagi show will probably happen. I just feel like it's the one show that could do so much with the Miyagi-verse, and I'm interested to seeing where they go with that because it'll be interesting. Cobra Kai student, what's going on, bro? Where's Snake and Dennis? Oh no, it ain't beyond me. I feel like Dennis will show up. Not sure about Snake, but I think Dennis has got more of a chance in showing up. Because the actor did a lot of William Christopher Ford. He's an expert in martial arts, so he would be cool to fit in with what's going on with the tournament. But he might just be there as one of Silver's goons again. But let's see if they bring him back because I think he was listed. So I think it depends. Yeah, that'd be great if they did Okinawa stuff. That'd be really cool. Who should play young Miyagi? Bryce, that is the big question. It's a difficult one because young Miyagi is you have to get the character so right, and you have to make sure the actor that plays young Miyagi gives you that Pat Morita vibe. So it's difficult. I'm still trying to think who it could be. Yeah, Finn, one of us is lying. That should have got season 3. That was kind of annoying it didn't, because I actually wanted to see how it ended up as well. So hopefully it gets picked up by another streaming service. Because I think it deserves one more season at least. I really hope we see Hilary Swank as well. I think she would be amazing in this last season. It'd be cool to see a cameo at least. It should be a brown-looking Japanese actor in his 40s or 50s. I mean, with I think with because before he left the war, I mean Miyagi was obviously much younger than he was in the Karate Kid films. Someone, cause I'm trying to remember what age he would have been before he left the war. I mean, before he left Okinawa. But that was after. This is gonna be before. Obviously he leaves. So curious how. I'm just trying to think how old he'd be. It's got to be in his 30s, going on 40s, surely. It's just that's going to be a task though, no matter what. I'd love to see Dimitri win at something since he had no shine in season before. That'll be an interesting one. I don't know if he's gonna win anything though, but he'll get his shine, I'm sure. Oh, Danny DeVito should play young Miyagi. That's a funny one. Freddie says Stephen Yeun as young Miyagi. Oh, it depends how young they're going, but Stephen Yeun is a great actor. Oh, that's a good. That might be a good one. It's hard to see him do that, but we do have to go. It has to be someone so much younger. It's not the Miyagi we're seeing in the Karate Kid film. He's a different version of the character. So having a different actor makes like you need to use that to your advantage. A prayer certain two-time Academy Award when it shows up. Yeah, Christian, we gotta see her. Thomas wasn't at the rap party. Let's just hope he's in season 6. I mean, he probably isn't season 6. He won't not appear. I think they have to have him appear. And at the same time, just gotta remember, like, he probably couldn't. He might have just not been able to attend that. But that's such a big rap party. So I would be a bit gutted if I couldn't attend that if I was Thomas. But when they get the premiere going and all that, then most likely you'll see him anyway. I think Terry Silver is gonna appear at the end of season 6, episode 5. So in the same way they brought back Kreese in season 5, like when we didn't see him for the first 5 episodes until the end of episode 5 in season 5. I like what they did there. And season 5, episode 6 was a completely Kreese episode. I hope they do that with season 6, episode 6, where it's like, where's Silver been? What's he plotting? What's his goal? Because that would be quite interesting. And that would be like the sort of the next chapter of the final season, like the focus with Silver and what he wants to do with the tournament or what he's trying to do. Because I think he's going to be banned from competing with Cobra Kai. But I don't think it stops him from having another dojo. So what's his goal with that? I think he's going to have something up his sleeve that we're going to see, because I just don't think Silver's going to sit back and do nothing. It's so out of character for Silver to do that. He would, he's going to be petty, and he's going to be wanting in on it still. And his whole goal was to go global with Cobra Kai. He probably still wants that. So 100%, I think he'll be in it. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Once you go Silver, you can't go back. I think with Hillary, it's more like an 80-20% chance, but I really am hoping she's in it. It would be really cool to see a cameo. I still think she could give a lot more to the Mr. Miyagi stuff. That's why I want her to return, and I want her to interact with Daniel and Sam and Tori. Oh my god, like that would be so cool to see her interact with them. I think her and Tori could definitely be a big thing because her life story is very similar, especially if something happens to Tori's mum. You hope the Karate Kid film will be canon to the Miyagi-verse. I hope whatever they're doing with it, even if it's not canon, it's still good and it respects like the fact that it needs to be about karate, and it has to just be a good film. I would rather it be a Miyagi-verse movie, and after season 6 is finished, we get the film in the cinema. That would be amazing, but it's kind of annoying if it's not canon because you want it to be linked to Cobra Kai, especially the success of the show. And that's made Cobra Kai, Cobra Kai's made the Karate Kid films way better than they were. And, people still appreciate the Karate Kid films, but I think with Cobra Kai, it's just flushed them out even better. So that's just the greatness and the testament to the guys that made Cobra Kai and everybody that's worked on it. Your opinion when we get new teaser promo season 6? Okay, so I'm gonna do a video on this, but like I think I roughly have an idea of when I have a good idea of when they will drop the trailer. I'm not saying I got an insider or anything like that, but I think they will drop the trailer like later in June because they're not gonna release it so early before the drop. It's gonna be closer to release date, so just remember that. And we always get a like announcement that the trailer is dropping the following day, so just keep your eyes peeled in June because we'll definitely get like an announcement about that. So yeah, that would be interesting to say the least. Um, but yeah, I think that will be an interesting one. I think what they're trying to do with this movie is they're trying to be I think they're trying to connect it to the original franchise, but not Cobra Kai. But Cobra Kai is part of the original franchise. So it's like kind of a dumb in that way. Um, but it's just feel like it should follow from Cobra Kai. Like if it's set 4 years after Cobra Kai, like in present time, in the year it comes out. Let's say they set the film in 2025. That makes sense because you basically put the film you basically separate it from Cobra Kai, but it's still part of it. But it doesn't get you're not trying to just use Cobra Kai's success to go about it in that way. So yeah. Do you think Kyle is pretending to be friends with Miguel, Hawk, and Dimitri? You never know. I mean, he is fighting with them, as in he's helping them in that. And I've never seen Kyler do that. So I think he's actually at this point wanting to join Miyagi-Do. Or, I mean, at the end of season 5, he starts like backtracking on the stuff he's done with Cobra Kai. So I think he's trying to think he's probably thinking he's been smart, but he's not. So it's just one of those things. I think Kyle is trying to fit in, but he doesn't know how to do that per se. It's interesting though. Wow, 127 people. It's simple. If the big three aren't involved in making this movie, then I'm not watching it. I think that's the thing that's probably putting off a lot of Cobra Kai fans watching it. I want to still see it, but I hope that whatever they've done is just good. So it's just one of those things. Um, I remember, so William said that he would like to see a new trilogy. I mean, I don't think he was talking about this new film though. I think he wants that to happen, which will be cool. So, I think it would be one of those things where I think it's just one of those things. If they do a new trilogy, it has to be like after Cobra Kai. It has to connect to Cobra Kai. It can't be a separate thing. I think Billy wants that to happen. And I think films would be great. I mean, it means there's breaks in between each film as well. They won't like be going crazy with filming it all the time. But obviously, Billy and Ralph, if they were to come back and do a trilogy, they're not getting any younger. So they could do that for as long as they're happy to do it and there's a good story there. And I think once they do that, I'm just curious if that is fully it with them afterwards, or are they trying to expand the Miyagi-verse with the younger characters? Because the young characters really are, they've got so much potential for stories with them, so they could do so much with it, but you don't want to milk it too much and overstay your welcome and do too much with it. I think sometimes less is more. Nico, Nihel, is that how you pronounce your name? What's up? TJ, you really think Kreese is going to team up with Johnny, Daniel, and Chosen? I don't think he will. I think he'll do something to make him redeem himself, but I think he's so far gone now. Especially when he's teaming up with Kim. I think he really wants Cobra Kai for himself and to dominate around the world. So that's the thing with John Kreese. He knows what he wants. The big three, yeah. I mean, the big three. Okay, so what Chris to just quickly talk what Christian was saying. The big three made it clear that Jackie Chan was the actor himself in the Miyagi-verse, and Dre wasn't gonna appear. I mean, I don't think the big three were trying to make them ever a part of it. I think they always wanted it to be just the OG franchise. And the 2010 film was always separate. If Sony had just gone a different route with the 2010 film and changed the name of the title and stuff, I think you wouldn't have had this problem. But unfortunately, that's probably why the big three didn't want it involved. But yeah, with my interview, the big three, their way of talking about it, low-key, I think they were just, making it. I think you could tell that they probably weren't fully happy with the film being what's the word? Like they probably think they're happy for Ralph, but they're probably like just like, a little bit gutted that they're not doing it. Or perhaps it's just they were hoping to do Karate Kid movies. I remember John said it on Twitter a while ago. He wanted him, Hayden, and Josh to do films together for the Karate Kid. Because that would have been awesome. And these guys really understand Karate Kid, better than most of us. And they really care about the story and they're passionate. And I think that's what we need in that sense. So, yeah, I think hopefully they get to do a movie. I mean, the Cobra Kai movie, I think, is what a lot of fans want. I mean, I'd totally be down for that. It'd be really cool. But I guess we will see what we get. I can see Kreese trying to interact with Tori and Johnny. I mean, he cares for probably Johnny still deep down. And I think with Kreese and Tori, I think that's definitely something that's it feels very much you know there's a lot of I mean, I don't know if Tori's still feeling loyal to Kreese. I think she's still annoyed with him, so I guess it depends what route they go with that. Let's just say Will Smith slapped his way out of movies. If you guys have any specific Cobra Kai season 6 questions, about filming or anything you're thinking about with the next trailer, let me know. I'll try and answer them as best as possible. I know there's loads of questions about the film, but I feel like we should do a separate stream on that because that's something to talk about on another stream. Um, yeah, yeah, Nico, 2 months. Can you guys believe it's 2 months? I mean, think about it. We're already basically 10 days away from the end of May, and then soon it'll be June, and then we're going to be like a few weeks away from the trailer, so it's going to go quick. Those two new actors in the show, I'm thinking maybe one of them is in Sensei Kim's dojo, but I guess we'll see. Because there are some Korean students, Korean actors, or Asian actors that are actually in Cobra Kai, so they might just be part of Kim's dojo. But these other new actors, I mean, they don't look Korean, they're not Asian, but they still could be in the dojo, you know? So I guess we'll see. But I have a theory on one of them being a hired gun, but I'm not entirely sure if it's just him or other students. So it could go either way. But I feel like one of the guys is gonna be like I feel like the one that looks a lot like Robbie, uh, or resembled Robbie in the Barcelona footage. I feel like he's definitely gonna be like evil or something. Because this is one thing I wanted. I want teens that rival the Valley guys. Like, I want all the Valley characters to feel like underdogs in this tournament. I don't want it to feel like, yeah, these guys are the top dogs. Like, I want all these new dojos making them think, oh, these guys are newcomers. They ain't gonna do anything. Like, I want them to be doubted because I feel like you'll bring out the best in those Valley students because of the fact that everyone's like saying they ain't gonna do well, and then they'll get surprised. They'll get very surprised. So it's one of those things. I mean, Philomena, I think with the film, we'll definitely talk about another stream, but they have done so much for the show and they've done so well with Daniel and Johnny. Um, I mean, there's so many passionate fans, but not many fans get this chance to actually, be able to handle uh, the OG characters. And I think they've done a great service to that. So um, I'm hoping that film is still good. Like, I do like the 2010 Karate Kid film, but it's not karate. Simple as that. Um, if it's just they change the name, and all the issues kind of go. I also think, with this new film, Ralph being in it, I hope he's not just in it for a cameo. Like, I really hope they do a proper movie with him and Jackie being a lead, because that would be awesome. And Ben Wang and all these new cast members, going to be cool seeing them. Um, so it's just one of those things. What is that comment? Yeah. CKW, yeah. Yeah, Ralph is definitely starring in it, but I meant like he could have very little screen time. That's the point I'm making. Because I hope they don't do this thing where they make it as if Ralph's like not gonna be um, you know, what's the word? Just in it for like 5-10 minutes, because I really want him to be in it for like a lot of the film. I mean, we're seeing the Cry Kid on the big screen again. I really want to see him and Jackie on the big screen together. That's going to be awesome. Um, do I think someone will die in season 6? Yeah, I think the notion is Kreese will probably die. It could be another character, but like maybe Silver or even a character we just get introduced to. But I feel that someone like Kreese will probably bite the dust, especially if they want to finalize his character's full journey. So I guess it depends. Just depends on what they're trying to do. So yeah, I mean, just curious what they're filming in if they are filming pickup, and the last scene they film being with Ralph and Billy, maybe that's why they're going back to LA. I'm sure we'll find out, because the main series wrap is done. So, um, Freddie, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that. I'm still hoping my theory that Tori is actually Kreese's granddaughter gets paid off and he gives us a redemption arc for Kreese. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be related. I just think Kreese has looked out for Tori like it's his own child, or he's like a granddad to her. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they try and link him with Johnny, but then I said before with this theory, it's flawed because Kreese tried to kill him. So it's like one of those things. So I guess it depends. That's what I'm trying to think. That's just the only way, I guess. But I think with Kreese, I think he knows something about Johnny's father. That's a theory I've had. I know this is unlikely to happen. I'm sure. Still hope they have the new Karate Kid movie film will have an IMAX enhancement. Oh, that would be really cool. I hope this June they re-release the Karate Kid films. Because that would be really cool if they re-release them in the theater, and especially right before Cobra Kai season 6 comes out. And I love the idea of them doing that in June because that's the 40th anniversary for the Karate Kid one. So Kreese and Sensei Kim gotta be in Korea preparing for Sakataga's Kreese escape jail. Yeah, I think they're still going to Korea. I think that image with Korea is in Korea with Kim and Kreese. I think the color grading of the image, I think it's also insinuating they're in Korea. And it's got the same feeling as the flashback from Cobra Kai season 5 with young Kreese and Silver with Master Kim. So I think that might be the case. But yeah, Cobra Kai Underground. Main filming for Cobra Kai season 6 in Atlanta is finished, which is crazy, right? I still can't believe it. It's mind-boggling to think that they've filmed that. Honestly crazy. I think Ralph should have a good role in that film. Sean may end up joining Cobra Kai whilst Kenny decides to stay in Miyagi-Do. Ooh. I don't know if they're going to do this Sean joins Cobra Kai. I mean, because he hasn't been around for 2 seasons. I think we'll see what they do with him. But I think he will definitely play a big part in Kenny being motivated enough to get back into karate. So I guess it'll be one of those things. I mean, Cholo said about being the best 6 months of his life, but I don't think he meant they're gonna film straight up for 6 months because there's people saying they were gonna film till July. Like, I think originally they were gonna film longer, but because their scheduling was so heavy, because I believe they filmed and got this done quicker because they had a very packed schedule. Like, they probably barely had any rest every week. Like, I'm assuming they was on like 5 or 6 days a week filming. And maybe before with this schedule, it was probably like 5 days, maybe 4 days. So like, I think maybe depends. So again, they probably just were able to fill out the schedules more for filming, so they got more done quicker. But yeah. Oh, Freddie, thank you so much for another donation, man. I appreciate that. Dugan helped his old fellow pal, POW, Kreisky out of the country after the prison escape. That would be crazy, but if he knows Dugan, I mean, I think credit to Ken Cole, because he did make this theory. That Dugan was in the season 3 flashback. But it's just like, are they going to do that? Like, actually make him know Kreese? Like, that would be crazy, though. I mean, personally, I think it's like, I think it's very smart for them to do it that way. If he was in the war as well, but so the Alpha Elite stuff, it's very on the nose with Cobra Kai stuff, so I think it just depends. Jet Li as Miyagi would what? Okay. That's actually not a bad shout. I haven't seen Jet Li in much either in the last few years. I don't think he's been doing a lot of acting, because I know he's gotten older now, but he could probably do the karate stuff. I know he does Tai Chi and everything, but like he could probably pick that up pretty well. I don't even know if he has karate experience already. Maybe he has, because he's a badass. But yeah. If you guys are new to Cobra Kai Nation, don't forget to subscribe. Hit my handle, and there will be a subscribe button that comes up on my channel. I really appreciate that. And don't forget to hit the like button. 3 dots. Hit the like button when it appears. And we should try and get 50 likes on it. Appreciate that one, Sock. You're the man. Yeah, I think you're right, Clifford. I think Jet Li must have retired, because I just haven't seen him in anything for a while. Yeah, but no, he could come back, though. Do I want Mr. Han and Dre to be canon to Miyagi-verse? See, I wouldn't have minded them being canon originally if they just separated themselves from the Valley stuff. So, like, they have no connection to it. It's just that it's in the same universe. I wouldn't have minded that at all, but I think the creators of Cobra Kai are probably smart to not have them included. But, you know, I think, like, with the way things are going now, I don't think you need them in. I wouldn't mind Jackie Chan having a cameo, though, in Cobra Kai, as just Jackie Chan himself. I mean, that'd be awesome, but, like, I think with Dre and Jaden Smith, I just don't see that happening. Even though I know, like, Will Smith's one of the producers. Yeah, I just don't see that happening. Oh, Train Crews in season 6. I can totally see that. I mean, those two are like characters we haven't seen since season 3, so there's plenty of chance they show up. Who knows if Silver tries to get them to help him out with, like, maybe infiltrating or causing more problems in the Valley. Perhaps he bails them out, and he probably does his research on them and finds out what they were like. Especially if he finds out they know Robbie well and just generally, like, all that stuff. But then he's got Snake and Dennis from the past that he could contact, so you never know. So I think it really depends. Really, really, really depends. Also, we are 188 subs away from 63K. Could we get that in this stream? I'll be going live for another 20 minutes. And let's see if we can get 63K on this stream. I mean, that'd be so cool if we could get that. Do you think Tom Cole returns? I think after season 3, I don't know. I didn't feel like he was that important. I think the focus with everything else was not so much on him because he hasn't appeared since. I mean, he wasn't in season 4, was he? I don't think he was. And then season 4 and 5 just weren't. He weren't there. And then 6, obviously. I don't assume he'll be back, but never know. Yeah, actually, I do remember reading something about Jet Li being a little bit ill, but I thought it wasn't. I thought it like affected him more, but I didn't see the new Mulan. That's why I wasn't aware of that. But fair enough. I mean, I'd love to see him in more, but that makes a lot more sense now. He's a legend as well. I always felt like when you thought of like Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and Jet Li, he's always put like underneath them, but like he's such a legend, you know. Well, I used to join Miyagi Fang. I mean, we still up in the air if she returns. I mean, she could have a cameo. It'd be nice to see her again. I think Lyle will return as well. I won't be surprised if he's at Johnny and Carmen's wedding. That'd be really nice as well because, you know, it's like that conversation him and Johnny had in season 5. I feel like it'd be nice to see Johnny have a family and, like, just them sort of being friends. Like, and he just says good luck with everything. That'd be nice. In the season 6 Sam and Tori fight, do you think Sam or Tori will win? That's an interesting one. I mean, that could be a replay of the season 4 All Valley. They could just be training for the Sekai Takai. They could be learning a lot more about Miyagi-Do together. So there's a bunch of things. It could be more than one thing. I mean, it definitely looks competitive. It could be a training session as well with those two like running a demonstration. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe they're learning a little bit more on how to survive a fight in the Sekai Takai because they're probably gonna have different rules. I do not think this fights in season 6 are gonna be anything like the All Valley. I think they're gonna be way more tougher. I think the kids are gonna get more challenged. They'll probably come up with new methods to sort of help them get through the tournament. I wouldn't assume they would cheat on anything, but they could know a few techniques that they could get away with. I mean, Kenny knows the silver bullet. If he was to tell that to one of the Miyagi-Dos and they use that in a fight, it might be illegal. So who knows? I think it will be more brutal though, especially their competition. They're going to have people that are way more experienced than them. They probably competed more. They could be ex-champions they're fighting as well. So there's like a lot of heat on them. Ian, you said I had a dream about season 6. I dreamed about some characters getting the F-bombs. Who did you have a dream about that had an F-bomb? I want to know. I might see what they'll do with the You're the Best Friend song. Yes, Christian, I really can't wait to see that. I know everybody's going to be standing up singing that when they see that featured. That's going to be awesome. If there is a Sensei turning, I reckon we'll see a few familiar faces. If there is a Sensei division, I'm curious if Daniel, Johnny, and Chosen will compete in it, or are they only allowed one Sensei per dojo? Like, I'm very curious if that will be a thing. But the fact Johnny and Chosen are fighting in the season 6 trailer, date announcement trailer, that could just be training or them deciding the name of the dojo, if it's Miyagi-Do, Miyagi-Fang, or another name, but yeah, or it could be just a technique run through with Johnny and Chosen. Because Daniel's being a ref, it's like looks like it's a point thing. Tori dropping the F-bomb would be funny. I could imagine Sam or Tori or Miguel or Robbie. That'd be quite funny. I honestly don't know about Tom Cole. I feel like there's just some characters in the show that it's like hard to say what their place will be in season 6. I mean, and I'm talking about Tom Cole and you know, some of the guys from the All Valley board, are they even gonna appear in the Sekai Tekai? Unless somewhat like they film something in America and then they're there. That makes sense. It's little things like that. It's like, how do they fit into the story without them being pushed into it? There's got to be a reason for it. The chosen ones. What is Kenny's brother Sean win to Sekai Takai? I don't think he would win it because I don't think the focus will be on him. I think that would take away from so many of the characters. Do you think Robbie's ex-friends will be in it? Oh, you Train Cruz. I mean, I think there's a good chance we could see them. If Sam drops the F-bomb on as Sensei Kim going, "You're effing going down" or something, that'd be funny. That'd be very funny. I feel like the theories with season 4 and 5, we had the ideas like, well, I think especially season 4, Tom Cole was going to play a role with Silver, but I don't think they might even know each other. I think perhaps it's just the name sounds it, the surname. Oh, you know, Silver knew someone called Mr. Cole, the DA or something, and all that stuff. If I missed any super chats now, I think I got them. I think Miguel and Robbie are still the two that could easily win the tournament out of the boys. I mean, Hawk's got a chance, but I think because he won the All Valley, I don't think he's going to win it. I think the boys' division's down to Miguel and Robbie. I don't think anyone's considered this, but what if Miguel and Robbie fight each other in the final? I know it might seem unrealistic for them to both get in the final, because this is the world tournament at the end of the day, but if they do, that would be really crazy. I think there has to be some level of realism for only one of them to go through. So I don't mind who goes through as long as it's just like it serves both characters in a sense. Obviously, I really want Robbie to win, but I also want Miguel to get the shine in the tournament because he did start off with the teens. That's one reason. But I guess if his story is more about Hector outside of the tournament, then his fight is there. And that's the important fight for him, whereas Robbie winning it is a big one. Especially because of Robbie's potential. But Miguel's been the prime child out of the youngsters to do well. And I guess if he does win it, he's a 2-time champ like Daniel as well. But he's a world champ, so that'd be pretty crazy. And I always feel like Miguel will win if it's for personal reasons. He left the tournament and bowed out in season 4. Why? Personal reasons. He wanted to find out the truth on his father. That was more important to him. Season 1 was such an important victory. That's why he won it. Because Miguel, when he's fighting for personal reasons, he's doing his best. He's gonna fight for bigger reasons in season 6. I feel it's gonna go back to that season 1 feel. I feel that it's gonna be a callback to season 1 with him bringing back that season 1-2 dominance, but like he knows Miyagi-Do. He's a better fighter now, more experienced, and I think he's also got more of a chance of um, you know, like winning it in that sense, if it's more tailored to him in the personal sense. I do not see them doing another Miguel injury, because if they do that, I think you just ruin his arc, because we've already gone through that. Um, you know, I want Miguel to win as well. That's another thing. Miguel is, sorry, Robbie. I really want him to win as well, because I feel like, especially Kreese saying in season 4, you know, you just got to show it to the world. With the chances of him being a world champ and doing something not even his father did, he's got a lot of skill. I think Robbie's got a lot of chance. I really hope, you know, how, again, if one of them doesn't win, they just service it right, so it makes sense that whoever wins. But I mean, I trust the writers, I trust the creators. I'm just, it's gonna be tense seeing that, but I'm really curious how they do it. Same with Sam and Tori, how they go about that. I'm definitely gonna do a video on this, because especially because I've had more time to think about it. I originally made a video on this Sekai Tokai stuff, but I wanted to hold out because I wanted to sort of think more over the months, you know, like once we get more promo and different things, and you know, just generally, my mind might change, and based on the new stuff we've seen, the promo and all that, from trailers, teasers, and you know, like even some of the stuff in Barcelona, I feel like that's made me understand it better than I did before. So I definitely need to talk more about it, and I'll definitely do a video on it, because I think it's one of the big things to think about. Freddie, thank you so much, man. A third donation. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. Kreese is dying, but he's a match to donate kidneys to Tori's mum. That's how it's discovered. She's actually the daughter. Kreese never knew he had with Betsy. His CEO lied about the number. It was a birth announcement. Do you know that? Okay, the thing with the whole Captain Turner thing, I actually thought it could have lied to him as well. Because what if he lied to Kreese because he didn't want him to know he had a child? Because perhaps Kreese would have got so weak while he's in Vietnam, knowing he's got a child. But maybe Captain Turner's downfall is if he told Kreese the truth, Kreese would have not been so messed up in the head. He would have gone home to something great. But then the thing about Betsy, I think she must have ended up dying, because he never saw her after that. But yeah, I'm then curious, like, if Betsy's still alive in present day, where would she be, and how would Kreese find her? That's something I want to know. Maybe we find out that someone knows the truth on this stuff. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Interesting theory, though. Again, if you are new to Cobra Kai Nation, hit the subscribe button. I think you have to tap my handle and then press the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You know how this goes, so you don't miss any of my streams, any of my season 6 videos, any of my shorts. I post all the time, so do not miss out. And don't forget to hit the like button as well. 3 dots here, somewhere up here, and then it pops up with the description and the like button. Hit the like button and let's get this to 50 likes. I always aim for 100, because I think 100 to me proves you guys want to see more of these, so it's really straightforward. When is it going to be out? The first part of season 6 is out in July. Second in November, and the third is 2025. I mean, I don't know when exactly. Eminem Baddie says, I would donate $200 if you dance to Karma by JoJo's song. I don't even know what that song is, but I'm not going to do a dance this late anyway. Chances of Miguel's father being a true martial arts badass himself, or Hector. I mean, I just feel like he'd be the dude that doesn't know a lot of martial arts, and he knows how to wield a gun, like he showed in season 5. Like, when he got out the gun, but I don't. Maybe he knows the odd few moves, but I can't imagine him being a martial arts expert. But he does love seeing guys fight in the ring. I remember he said like to Vincente, the Eric Anders, who is a UFC fighter, by the way. He also featured in season 5. He said I got my money on you, Vincente, to let me down type thing. I don't know if there was fixing going on there, but with Hector, you never know. He might have made some enemies doing stuff like that. So I guess we'll find out. The Red Jets, I honestly feel that theory is plausible if no one from Cobra Kai wins and some other random person does. Because it's the World Tournament. They've had so much more experienced people out there. So I will never say no. I'll never say never because there's a big chance that could happen. Wow, we are doing good on the subs right now. I can see we're 170 subs away from... that's awesome. Yeah, guys, so we are 170 subs away from 63K. I can't believe that. I agree, Morgan. The season 6 trailer will be here before you know it, for sure. I think it will be here in June, and you know, I think it makes sense around that time. I just told my friend who said they've been cleaning all day, wax on, wax off, Jay. Sensei Kim. Increased teaching. I want to know what that's going to be like. Yeah, I'm curious what that chemistry is going to be like as well, because they have such a interesting relationship that they haven't shown yet. I'm curious why like Sensei Kim is so fond of Kreese. Like maybe Kreese really looked out for her in Vietnam. Not Vietnam, what am I saying? In Korea, sorry. When she was younger. And I think maybe Kreese, he probably did something amazing. What if he saved her from something? I mean, there could be a reason why she always thinks about Kreese. I'm very curious why that is. So there's definitely an interesting dynamic they're going to explore that next season, or this coming season, I should say. Do you think Johnny proposed to Carmen in season 5 finale? She kept showing Amanda ring on the finger. 100% agree. I think, yeah. I think that Carmen was like looking on her hand. She's doing something like that with her hand, and you do that when you're showing off a ring. Amanda definitely was like holding her hand and like going, oh my God. So they definitely, and maybe they cut a scene out. Because they were in that like limousine, right? So I'm just curious, because he must have put the ring on her there, because then Carmen showed it to Amanda. So yeah, I must have been like quite soon, like in that moment. Appreciate that, Freddie, man. And thank you for all the donations and the love, man. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the love as well, Lisa. I appreciate that as well. What's up, Jack? I hope they do come to Australia. I mean, I know that's so far for them, but if you can come to go to the States or the UK, they're probably gonna. They've already got some coming back here. Who in particular do you want to meet from the show? Because there's quite a few people. I think in part one, the main focus would be on the Hector storyline with Miguel, Johnny, and Carmen, the baby plot, finishing the whole shit off quickly. Part two be a flash forward. Well, I think that's not a bad shout. I mean, they could leave the Hector stuff for the last part though to make it more climactic. But if they're trying to finish that bit off in the first half, I don't mind that because it wraps up all the kids and their stuff as well. So that makes sense. I assume that the baby will be born at the end of the series. I think the baby will be born. The baby could be born in the first part or like some point halfway through the second part. And it could be whilst they're at the tournament in Barcelona. So there's definitely a chance that happens. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they go about that. I think Hector returning Ian, he's going to cause a lot of chaos. TJ, Carla and Real be friends in season 6. I still can't believe that. I can't believe Carla's hanging out with him. He's going to be a meme next season, I bet. Other than him being like mostly an arsehole to the students, like I think he is a funny guy. So there's definitely that part that's funny about him. Freddie, oh my god, dude, you're going crazy out here. Thank you again for another donation. That's very generous of you. The ring on Carmen's finger came from one of the guys in Terry Silver's place that got his finger cut off by Johnny. Oh my god, that would be so funny if Johnny's like, "Oh, I've been keeping something away from you for a while," and he uses that. Oh my god, that would be freaking hilarious. Yeah, Jack, I hope you meet them, pal. I'm sure you'll have a chance. My advice is like try and I mean, I know I've got a few people I know in Australia that really want to see the cast Cobra Kai. They just don't really go there. You should try flying out to Europe, the UK, or the States, whichever's nearest to you, and there'll be a chance for sure. Really, that's an interesting theory. I just it would be very Johnny if in the sense of what you're saying, but it would be pretty crazy. Oh wow, there's a Comic-Con 4 hours away from you. Which Comic-Con is that, DJ Club? Carla's annoying and funny at the same time. Yeah, he does make me laugh. Oh, Christian, I know no, I know Freddie's not wrong about Carmen wearing the ring. Or did you mean the specific ring that Carmen is wearing is the one from one of the guys in Terry Silver's place? I'm trying to remember which sensei. Was it Tyron Woodley, Sensei Odell? He had like a ring. Are you saying he was wearing that? Carmen was wearing that ring? Because I'm just trying to remember what the ring looked like in that scene. Oh yeah, DJ Club. You're not far from there. Yeah, Relay. That's literally like, I think that's happening just as the new season drops. So everyone's gonna want to see the guys like really quickly for that. That's an interesting one. my god, that is such a Johnny thing to do. I'm going to rewatch that scene just to like look at it, because that's even funnier if he did that. Oh my god. Can you imagine Carmen says, "Oh my god, this ring is amazing" as well? That's even funnier. That's crazy. If they cut that bit out, that must have been saved for I'm sure, I'm hoping they make it more clear that it was, you know, like Johnny, maybe Carmen or Johnny talk about the ring, and Johnny's like, yeah, I had it saved for you. But then I just want them to sort of show that it was the ring to the audience and never saw it the first time. So that'd be funny. Oh my god, what's my favorite Johnny moment in Cobra Kai? That is like asking me, is Cobra Kai my favorite show? Because that is, I mean, no, that is an easy question. Cobra Kai is my favorite show, but to ask me what's my favorite moment of Johnny's, that's probably one of the hardest questions to ask a Cobra Kai fan. And if you're a big Johnny fan, that's an interesting one, man. I don't know. Mr. Han, I'm not sure. Nah, I don't think it will appear. Guys, we are 160 subs away. Wow. 160 subs away from 63K. Can we get it? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Editors are going to have a lot of fun filming this final season, I'm sure of it. They probably have a lot of work to do, but definitely going to be fun. It's going to be fun for them. I'm going to quickly put one of my devices on charge because it needs charging. Just give me 1 second. Have I missed any questions? Honestly, Johnny, if we had to list like the funniest moment of Johnny, that would be fun. That would be very fun to do. Definitely a lot of thinking and a lot of writing down and noting down, like what my personal favorite moments are. But he's got so many, so it'd be hard to say. That's gonna be funny. Hold on, guys. I'm just, that rap party must have been so fun. I'd have loved to have been there. I actually think we'll see him, Freddy. I honestly feel like we will see him. Hopefully we see him like sooner than later. But yeah, I'm curious how they're gonna bring him back. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream in probably a minute, so I'll take the last few questions. Oh, Breaking Bad. Yeah, I watched that many years ago. I think I finished that show like 7 or 8 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. So I definitely recommend it. I can't watch it again though. It's one of those shows. The ending really makes you go, damn, this is a good show, but I'm not gonna watch it again type thing. Because it's that messed up. And I watched it when I was in my you know, like I was like 16, I think, when I finished the show, so much younger. Yeah, Serena, Johnny has a lot of iconic moments. So it's a lot. So guys, today's been fun. Thank you again for all being here. Thank you for all the support. I will be back with another stream this week, and I'm sure there'll be something else new to talk about. In the meantime, I'll be dropping loads of new videos to talk about Cobra Kai Season 6, of course, with the trailer and loads of other theories and different bits of news and all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned and enjoy what you see. Carlos, thanks for being here. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Stay safe. Enjoy yourself. Again, it's final season. We've got to embrace every little journey. Well, I've got to embrace this journey. It's a very big one. And I want to embrace that with you guys. Embrace the love of Cobra Kai. So, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit my name, my handle at Cobra Kai Nation. Follow me and hit the subscribe button. And follow me on my Instagram at Cobra Kai Nation YT. And I'll see you guys next time.